As I was saying, nothing went off. The basic plot of this game, you're basically, I mean, playing Goofy or Max, doesn't matter. Anyways, you're playing the game, and the plot is basically simple. Oh, while Goofy and Max are having a great time on vacation, along with Pete and PJ, aka Pete Jr., get captured by a gang of pirates. So it's up to Goofy and Max to save them, and go to several stages and pick up barrels, bombs, and kick those blocks against the enemies, and, solve puzzles, let's collect treasures, and most likely get all keys to unlock doorways. You have to fight bosses just to complete the stages and grab onto them, throw it back at the enemies. The game is pretty easy. It's based off the cartoon, the Goof Troop show. Also, you had to use a grabbing hook to reach other harder to reach places and collect jewels. Also, other stuff to earn extra lives. This game is actually pretty fun and pretty good. It's presented by Calcom. That other interesting greater games like Aladdin, Mickey Mouse video games. They even did The Little Mermaid. Yes, they even did The Little Mermaid on the NES. Even the Game Boy. And even my favorite one for the cartoon show, Bonkers. Plainly Bonkers. The enemies are pretty and simple, if you know what their patterns are. Anyways, some of these bosses are pretty plain and simple that you have to know their pattern attacks. Just throw as many barrels as possible, and the tribe will help you throw barrels at the enemies and bosses. But later on, the game will become slightly challenging in collecting fruit and other sorts of things. And avoiding barrel cannonballs, bombless pets. It's like what Max just did, fall into a bombless pit twice. If you lose your lives, it's game over. So you have to wait patiently to get all that items, and even get about to get the enemy's attention. And you end up in a dark room, not knowing which way you're supposed to go. If the game shows you what you're supposed to do. So if you watch the entire gameplay. I did play this game a long time ago. I never did beat it before. It's slightly a challenging game. And the stages kind of look like Legend of Zelda. Once you enter in the castle, you have to figure out which way you're supposed to go. And know the enemy's weaknesses. The Goof Troop show only lasted from 1993 to 1994. It was a big, huge box office hit. And for young kids, an audience of hijinks and tunes in the show. But in the game, it doesn't even matter which one you would choose. Max or Goofy, they play basically the same. And if you have multiplayer, which makes the game slightly fun to do. And these blocks will also explode if you don't hurry up in the nick of time. This game is plain and simple. They're just basically playing Goofy or Max to save the main characters from the show. But sadly, that Peg or Pistol is not in this game for the cartoon. I guess the animators couldn't have time to put them in this game at the depth of the stresses. I mean, Goofy and Max are the main characters of this game. You won't be seeing Pete or PJ during to the end of the gameplay. These bosses are slightly challenging and yet fun to see how coolly designed they are. Sadly, this game is not that long. There's basically 4 stages. Including the final stage is Captain Pete's ship. Basically, there's more than one Pete. The other Pete's a pirate. Great captain, leader of all pirates. So it's up to our hero to end this madness once and for all. There's not much else to say about this game since this is only 22 minutes. Its entire speed gameplay, what you're watching is see and how to play the game. There is passwords in it too if you would continue where you left off. If you run out of continues or lives, game's over. Just start all over again. Password is pretty easy to type down, unlike some other games with long passwords. Anyways, we'll just cut to the final boss, which is obviously Captain Pete, the pirate. But watch out for his hook. He'll grab you and he'll suck it right towards you and you'll get hit by him. And he'll summon his pirate to do dirty works for him. So you better be careful. You can either avoid them or throw bombs at them. But it doesn't matter. If you throw many bombs at him as possible, they'll also go away. And we wrap this game up with the ending. And Goofy saying his usual catchphrase, "Gosh." So they defeat the evil Captain and Pete and save our heroes. Pete and PJ from being eaten by the alligator crocodile just in time, leading Captain Pete to be almost eaten alive. And the game comes to an end with them going fishing. And that was Goof Troop, the Super Nintendo game. It's actually a pretty amazingly fun game. And yes, it shows the pirates' names, but whatever. This game is actually pretty fun. And pretty good for a Capcom game. And they came out in 1993 years ago. There's no need to collect all the stuff. You could just beat the game in how it is in snes. Music's great. Graphics are wonderful to look at. Gameplay is actually pretty fun. It's good to see that the late 90s would animate our heroes to have their own video game. And that has the same title as their show. The show that also has adventures with them in it, but not with pirates, but different so-called backstories. So all I can say is I give this game a 8 out of 10 from its great success as of gameplay. You can easily beat this game in less than 30 or 40 minutes, or less than an hour if you keep losing all your lives. As they take one hit, they die. Overall, this game is actually pretty fun to watch. Have fun with. Anyways, leave a like and subscribe if you like this game. And I'm glad you had to watch me review this game. You know, I have it right here. Right where I'm holding it. So, this game is pretty fun for young kids who love watching the classic 90s Goof Troop show, which I'll probably talk about pretty soon. So, this game is pretty much a fantastic way to spend your time on. Anyways, thanks for listening and talk about this game. Glad you've been watching me talking about it, even though I said it twice now. Alright. Next, I'll talk about an interesting Disney movie pretty soon.